Hello friend, welcome. This is our Java conn4 game developed in Eclipse. So now we have a very basic version of kind of a playable game here. We can draw a piece, right? Like that. Now it's time to improve it. Okay, polish our game. So first of all, let's try something like that. Let's go to the view, start from the view. And let's try to make cell size smaller, okay? For example, make it a little bit smaller to see what happened here. Now stop it and run again. Oh, too small. Sorry about that. I mean -10 actually. It's a weird. But you already saw the problem, right? Okay. What about even smaller? Like that. So you see the circle is still centered, right, in our cell. That's a good part. But there's another problem. You see, it's not proportional, right? The circle and the outer cell. Let's make it proportional, okay? So it means we'll change this one from hard-coded number 50 to something like let's put it here at the beginning. Okay, we can put it, yeah, at the beginning of our paint component method. So we can change this to var and oh no sorry, no, we can calculate that diameter equals, right, a proportional of say 90 of our cell size, like that. So here we can, oh, so how can we fix that? Because this one is not integer. So we can, yeah, first of all, we can put a invalid value here. How can we fix that? So we need 90% of that, right? And one way to do that is we can cast this one to, for example, double, or what is that? Create method double. There's no method double. What about this one? Double. Oh, can we do that? No. We have to do something like that. Double, cast it to double. Then we can change it back to int, like that. This is okay. That's 90% of that. Okay, now let's try it again. %, okay. %. Now what about 80%? I think, okay, 80%. Yeah, pretty good, right? So we can we can define this guy here, private. Yeah, wait a minute. So I think that's good. So now it's proportional, right? So next, let's try to center the whole thing. It's not centered. How can we center it? But before we center it, let's check this. You see? So ideally, we can make our game board, right, proportional to our view. So we need to get the size of our window, of our, yeah, the panel. So I think we have something like, let's print out that thing to check, like get size. Yeah, let's print out this. Okay, so run it. This, oh, width is 700, height is 572. So what if we resize it? Oh, you see, it's updated, right? Cool. It's dynamic. So we can use this one, width and height, to make our game board proportional. Now there's some funny math to do here. How do we determine, like, which one do we want to use, right, for our to determine the size of our board? And so we need to check. The aspect ratio of our board is 7, right? The width 7, right? Width to height is same as 7 to 6, right? So it means the balance value is like get size dot width times 6, and the other one is get size dot height times 7, right? How do we think of it? So for example, let's say the width is 1, the width is 7, right? For example, the width is 7 and the height is 6, then this guy is equal to this guy, right? That's the balance place. In this case, we can use either width or height to determine the final size of our game board. So we want to check those two things, okay? So it means if this guy is greater than this one, so we'll use the smaller thing, right? This guy, to calculate our cell size equals get so we duplicate the function call of get size. So that's defined like define a constant for that. So int the size, that's the we can say the panel size. Okay, panel size equal to get size. Okay, so what is that? Get size, panel size. Okay, so let's use this. Width equal to that dot width. So we can we use that height equals get size dot height. Okay, so now if width times 6 is greater than height times 7, then we'll use height. So cell side will be height divided by 6. Otherwise, we'll use cell size equals width divided by 7. This is how we make determine the value of that. Okay, so let's see. Stop it. Now this cell side is dynamic. Run it. Well, it's our so because we need to move this one to here, otherwise we use the cell side -1 there. Okay, so let's try it again. It's good, right? Now it's proportional, and that's because we set this one. We can set this one to 0, so we can use up all the panel space. Cool, right? Oh, now what's this? There's still a gap like that. Yeah, you see, our algorithm works, right? But it's not centered. It's not centered. Yeah, we can fix that. So we need to define our scale factor. Okay, like how much space we want to use. So let's define one here. Private scale factor. Scale factor, this has to be, it has to be double. It cannot be integer. Equals, say, 0.9. We'll use 90% of the panel space for our game board. So we start there. Yeah, let's put it here. So we can use only 90% of that. The data type thing. Okay, so how can we do that? How can we fix that? This is painful, so we need to cast this one to double. And no, not here, here, and change it back to int. Like that. Right, so we'll do the same thing for the h. Let's make a copy of that. Now here is height. Okay, so this way we can have some margin, right? 10% of the margin around our game board. Yeah, but now it's not centered. How can we center it? We can calculate these things. Okay, now let's use even weird number here, so to make sure it's really actual invalid, like that. Let's calculate that thing here. So after we make the decision of that, so this is the width of our game board now. Okay. So the cell side is that. Okay, so now our origin x equals wow, this guy, the screen width, right, minus 7 times cell side and divided by 2. That's how we yeah, divided by 2. And the origin y is get height divided by our right 6 times our cell side divided by 2. Now everything will be perfectly centered, I think, right? That's what we need, right? Cool. So if we drop some piece, yeah, that's great. So that's the algorithm we introduced. Okay, like that. Now let's clean up the thing here. And where is the printing? This guy, we don't need that. Okay, so we still have a hard-coded number here. This is the circle scale factor. So this is our game board. Okay, so let's rename this one to rename like board scale factor. Enter. Now let's define this guy. This guy is like is the circle scale, right? Circle scale factor. So let's make a copy of that. Circle scale factor based on the cell side. Okay, so this one we use 80 for now, but we can change it if we use, like, for example, small one. Yeah, let's try it. And so you can get a feeling of that, get a feel of that, run it. You see, right? They are two different things. Now let's change back to 80%. And now if we comment out this code, let's see how it looks like without the grid. Pretty good, right? Okay, so and it will be automatically, okay, you see, it will fit our windows, right? window. Okay, thank you for watching.